Yo, Big Jock Concrete Chronicle podcast, man. You know, some of my viewers been hitting me up asking me to break down this career offender thing for them under the federal statute, right? So let me tell you this: a career offender, you are a career offender in the feds if you was 18 years old when you committed the crime of offense, which most likely some of us were, and if you had two prior convictions, one being a crime of violence, one being a drug charge, or two crimes of violence and two drug charges, which are existing offense that you committed, and those prior convictions carried a year and 1 day, and you had to do a year and 1 day on them. So then you got three felonies that makes you a career offender. All right, the problem that we having with that right there is this: some of our states, 1 year, some of our charges they might say they carry a year. Say like I'm from Jersey where we get a three flat. A three flat only carry 9 months. But when the feds is looking at it in your paperwork, they seeing 3 years. They don't break down in our paperwork that a three flat is 9 months and you can come home off of it. So that's the problem I had, and that's why I was stuck until Johnson came out. But we have a United States Supreme Court ruling that's retroactive called Shepard, which says that you need to look at the plea colloquy of that state of that particular charge to see how much time does it actually carry. Now this is different from armed career, right? Armed career comes under the 922G, which if you've been convicted before and been to jail, you are a convicted felon in possession of a firearm. But under 922G, you got 924E. This is the armed career offender. This is how they career you with a gun. For the dudes who like to play with the hammer. You know what I mean? Armed career is like playing with that hammer most of the time, all the time. But career is basically set up for dudes that play in the street getting money. You know what I'm saying? So under that 924E though, right? This is the problem they had, and this is how Johnson came out in 2016. And I happened to invade the courtrooms, invade them, and get in there under the career because I had the same argument and been arguing it for 17 years straight, right? So check this out. Under that armed career, you used to need 3 felonies, serious. See, the terminology, we call it the language when you know law. The language is 3 felonies that carries 10 years or more. Then you had to do that on those crimes. So you needed 2 of those. You needed a crime but it was serious crime of violence and a serious drug charge. And then with your new predicate offense of the convicted felon in possession of the firearm under the 924, under the 922G, they would hit you with that. And that was a mandatory 15-year minimum. Now, they had the same problem that the career offender had. Say you had a 10 flat in your state, and on a 10 flat, it only carried 3 years. You didn't do 10 years, right? So this is the problem with these cases. But see, now, and I've been reading a little bit. I've been home 5 years, but I've been reading a little bit. I know a little law. I ain't saying I'm a Johnny Cochran and nothing like that, right? But I know a little bit of law. I got myself home. You know what I'm saying? I got a degree in criminal law, right? And I'm a certified paralegal. So it looks to me from reading now that they took out the 10-year part, and then they just saying serious crime. But this is where Johnson had came in. And I seem like I know since 2016, since Johnson hit, they no longer saying 10 years. See, they want to rope you off with this Mando 15, right? Now it's serious. So what defines serious if it's not the time period? You feel me? So that's just to break it down in like a layman term. Career offender, 2 prior convictions with the one you got now, if you catch one, with your instant offense, crime of violence or drug charge that carried a year, that you did a year and a day on. You had to do a year and a day. I ain't gonna say that carried it. You had to do a year or year and a day on your prior convictions. So if y'all got any relatives or people that's in there fighting that, just tell them to make sure that they tell their lawyers, because a lot of lawyers, man, they not gonna really fight for you because already know unless you paying them. You know, the feds, they give you court appointed lawyers. They not public defenders. They're real lawyers. You know what I mean? Not like the state. So Just let them know that they don't really like to fight for you because their job, they just getting a voucher. Their job is to go ahead and get the best deal they can get for you, get you out the way. But you just let them know like that you had to do a year and a day on. Tell them stick to their guns, right? And to tell them to look up Shepherd. Shepherd gonna break everything down for them, right? Then you can tell them to look up my case, United States versus Green, right? 2016, I beat the feds, I came home, but they shut under the career offender, but they shut my case down. You know what I'm saying? Because they knew it was going to open up a floodgate for a lot of guys like me. As soon as I got out, they closed it. Boom. No more career offenders was getting out under the Johnson. But the argument is there. You know what I'm saying? So if you got any people that's careered out, you know what I'm saying, and they need a good argument, my argument is good, but you can't use my name. Now you can't use my case because my case is not going to get you the relief you're looking for to get remanded back to get your case reopened. Just tell them to go under Shepherd or to even go up under Johnson. I came up under Johnson. So that's the difference. That's the layman breakdown of it. You know what I mean? Where if you don't understand the law, basically let them know, listen, if you had a prior conviction that carried a year and it could be more than a year, but you had to do a year and a day. You had to do a year and a day on it. If they didn't do that, tell them they're not qualified to be a career offender. As for the armed career, see, the terminology done changed a little bit. It used to be serious drug or serious crime of violence that you did 10 years on. But now they just saying serious crime of violence, serious drug charge. Like I said, I've been home 5 years. I wasn't armed career, but I came out under that argument because like Johnson, the charges he didn't do 10 years. Just like I didn't do a year. I did 9 months on the 3 flat because it was ran concurrent with my 9 years in the state, but they don't see that. So that's basically just to cover that up for you. I just wanted to give y'all that because I had got a lot of feedback on it when I posted it on my IG page. So I give up this news. I break down federal law. I'm going to be beginning to break it down more on inside the lab right here. But y'all can follow me on Concrete Chronicles Podcast, Concrete_Chronicles Podcast on IG, and Concrete Chronicle Podcast on YouTube. Want to get your law right, want to get your life right. I'm here. You got any questions? Drop in my inbox. I'm going to answer it. I don't ignore nobody. Have a good day. That way.